This is my review and unboxing for Ivy Kids. This is the September 2014 box. So this box has not been released yet. It will be released in September. You have until August 22nd to sign up for this box. And it's $38.95 a month. It's for kids ages 3 to 8. And I know this is a little bit more than some of the other craft activity boxes, but when you see all the stuff in this box, you will see why. I've reviewed their July and August boxes, and those are also here on YouTube if you want to check those out. But it's just packed with stuff. They include so many crafts and activities and a book each month. And then they also, like when you sign up, usually include a personalized item. They did in my previous 2 boxes. So I actually cut the tape, but I haven't opened it. So let's see what is inside. Okay, so up here is kind of an overview of everything in the box. It has all the activities with the book, Color Zoo, and there's also a bookmark. All right, then. And you can take 20% off your first kit with the promo code IvySummer20. It expires August 31st. I will leave that linked below so you don't have to replay the video and write it down again. Alright, and this is for my 5-year-old. And so here's a little personalized placemat with his name on it. It has all kinds of shapes. And that is a theme for this month. Looks like colors and shapes. So let's see what all is in here. There is a bag of wooden block shapes, and I'm sure there'll be some kind of activity with that. Here is a bookmark, and this has some questions to encourage reading comprehension. And this box is created by moms and teachers, so they really want to make this box fun and educational for your child, which I appreciate because I always like finding ways to help my child learn when he's not in preschool. And quite frankly, I'm not always that good at coming up with original ideas, so I like boxes like this just to give me added tips. Alright, so here's the book. It's by Lois Ellert, I guess. And okay, then it has all these shapes that make up animals. So that's a tiger, and then that turns into a mouse when you turn the page, and then it turns into a fox. That's really neat. Both of my boys would like this book. So all kinds of little lions. That's really cute. All right, here is, so each little project you'll get a paper like this, and this one's called Making Shapes. It tells you the materials provided right here. It tells you how to play. You use the straws and connectors to explore the way straight lines are connected to create different shapes. Your child can also use the pattern blocks to create different shapes in the booklet. And then there are different Ivy tips for the age of your child. So the little Ivy tip is let your little Ivy freely explore the straws and connectors. What can they create? Your little Ivy may need some help making the connections. So, 3 to 4, maybe 5 years old, depending on your child. And then your junior Ivy tip, after giving your junior Ivy time to explore the straws, challenge your junior Ivy to answer questions in the booklet. Challenge him or her to create specific shapes using pattern blocks and or the straws. Let's check out this booklet. This is all about shapes. And so here's a question. Can you find something that is a circle? Use your straws and connectors to make a square. And it kind of goes through all different kinds of shapes. And then there's always some questions to Scaffold Learning. This just helps you as a parent or caregiver to really kind of bring home the activity and expand their learning. And then the learning goals and developing skills, they are going to work on science, math, and fine motor skills. So that is this first project. Then, okay, this goes to a game, I'm sure. This one is animal puppets. It includes tons of stuff here. Let's see if it has. Okay, and if you can see, I'll show you at the top here on the box right there, animal puppets. So it shows all the little shapes, kind of like the book. It looks very similar to that. And then here is the making shapes activity. So again, they include everything you need to make all the puppets, and this corresponds with the Color Zoo book, and you use shapes, wooden sticks, writing paper, and glue stick, and all of that is included right here, so you don't have to get any of that. And again, they go through all the how to play and all the tips. Alright, and then this one is called Shape Collage, and I'll show you again at the top of the box here. It looks like that. Again, you're going to make little shapes and animals from, or your child will, from everything in here. And then they include the little background piece, the little shapes, and again, your little paper. It says glue foam shapes to create the scenery board to create a shape collage. Alright, and then this one's pretty big. This one has all kinds of alphabets. Letter Zoo. See what this one's about. And like, so here's the first, there's a letter A, some shapes. It says, use pattern blocks to create letters and animals. And so you use these, the bag of wooden letter shapes, to create the pattern to make the alphabet. So that's really neat. And then it has all the alphabet cards. And these are really nice, like sturdy. I mean, this isn't just printed on like a piece of paper. These are nice, you know, cards. So this helps your child learn the alphabet. It talks about shapes, you know, making patterns, and just some of those higher level skills. You know, just expanding more beyond just learning your ABC. So that's really neat. And it makes it learning like letters fun. Learning letters isn't always fun for kids, I think. Or at least with mine. It's not his favorite. But I think he would really like that. He likes making patterns and that kind of thing. Alright, this is Let's Make a Shape Pattern. And again, you're going to use the pattern, the wooden blocks. And there are little shapes, patterns here, that you just put the shapes in order, like, and then, so here's you just copy what is written. So that's going to be kind of for your little Ivies. But then, you're going to have to figure out what the pattern is to finish. So I like that, because again, it gives your child, depending on what the age of your child, it, you know, has a bit harder aspect. So, and then here, your child can just make their own pattern. So I like that there's just different ways for your child to learn, and for depending on what your age is, because 3 to 8 can be a pretty big age gap. Alright, this one is called Shape Race. And there's Shape Race and Sides Race. Let's see what this says. Okay. There are 2 ways to race, by shapes or by number of sides. Choose a racing board and place it on a flat surface. Player spins the spinner, which is this, and selects the pattern block the arrow lands on. The pattern block is then placed in the corresponding column. Repeat until the pattern blocks have reached the top of one column. At the end of the game, players can count the number of shapes in each column and compare which column had the most and least blocks. So again, you're going to use the wooden blocks and the board and the spinner. And then I'll show you here. Right here is the shape race, so you can see I'm lining up the shapes. And then I also see here, the little Ivy range is for 3 to 5-year-olds, and junior Ivy is for 5 to 8-year-olds. So again, my 5-year-old is kind of in the middle, so it just depends on where he is on that specific activity, on how I would, you know, focus the learning. This one is called Race Home. And this looks like a board game. It says, players select a pattern block and place it on start. The youngest player goes first. Spin the spinner and move your block to the nearest shape that you landed on. If a player lands on a shape that's connected to with a downward arrow or slide, the player takes a shortcut and slides down the arrow. If a player lands on a shape that's connected to an upward pointing arrow or ladder, the player moves the shape up the arrow. The goal of the game is to get all the blocks home. So sort of like Chutes and Ladders with shapes. And then again, you're going to use the spinner and the blocks. Alright, this one is called Tangrams, I think. I'm looking at the box. Yeah, it's called Tangrams. Use the pattern blocks to create the pictures of the Tangram cards. The number of each type of shape needed to make the pictures listed on the side of the card. So, you start out, you do the inventory on how many of those shapes, then you use those shapes to create the animals. Oh cool, there's a robot, dog, a flower, there's several cards here. Kite, butterfly, car. There's probably some others stuck together in here too. That's really neat. Alright, and then sort by color. So then, okay, you can sort by color, sort by number of sides, sort by name, trapezoid, triangle, hexagon, skinny rhombus, fat rhombus, and square. Sort by shape, and that's it. And then there are 4 sorting cards to choose from. Select one card and place it face up on the table. Place pattern blocks in the sorting circle with the matching attribute, color, shape, number of sides, or name. Phew. And that is everything, all the activities. Alright, so this box had a lot of activities here. Let's see how many there are. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then there's the book and the blocks. I mean, this box is packed. This video is probably going to be a little long just to go through all the activities. So if you are interested in signing up for Ivy Kids, click the link below, use that 20% off coupon, and if you sign up before August 22nd, you can get the September box. And this looks like a lot of fun. So I'm going to do this with my son. I'll have a full written review on my website at subscriptionboxmom.com, and I'll include some pictures of us doing some of the activities together. We won't be able to do all the activities for the review because that's a lot to get through, but I'll do several different of the activities so you can kind of see from a 5-year-old's perspective of completing the activity and such. So thanks for watching, and also I have links below my free and almost free subscription boxes, so if you're interested in those, be sure to check out that link. And with any subscription box, make sure you read all the fine print and the details before signing up for any subscription, because that's going to tell you all that you need to know and what to expect with a subscription. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned till my next video.